Hi, I'm Dr. Ted, and this is Fracture Friday. For this episode, I have what's called a distal humerus fracture. What I call it is a crunchy elbow, and they're an orthopedic nightmare. It's like one of my least favorite fractures, but it's bad for both me and the patient, so I don't make it sound like it's just bad for me. That's very egotistical. But, okay, so distal humerus fractures, crunchy elbows. They happen in the elderly population. They happen because of a fall on an outstretched upper extremity, we call it, where you fall on your hand. It's very common to have upper extremity fractures this way. We're designed basically by God to protect our face and our head, so we always stick our hands out to protect our heads and our face if you're not unconscious. So therefore the upper extremity gets broken quite frequently in these kind of falls. So what I have here is an AP of a very comminuted, very displaced, very ugly distal humerus fracture. It presents a very difficult orthopedic challenge to try to get this back to a functioning elbow. The elbow gets the elbow gets stiff quick, and it has problems with range of motion after fractures like this, especially in the elderly population where they happen. So the lateral shows the same thing, a very comminuted, very displaced, very unstable distal humerus fracture. Okay, so what do we do to fix this? Well, we have to basically put plates and screws in there to get all those little pieces back where they belong and try to reconstruct the distal aspect of the humerus and make a functioning elbow. So in this particular patient, what had to happen was that we had to do an olecranon osteotomy, so that bump on the end of your elbow, and a way to get to the back of the humerus in order to fix it is to basically do an osteotomy, which is a fancy doctor term for make a fracture or a cut within the bone and take the tricep and its attachment off the back, and then basically expose the back aspect of the distal humerus to be able to fix it. So that's what happened here. So then we do what's called a posterior lateral plate and a medial plate. So there's two plates that hold this fracture together, and then we put a screw through the olecranon process and a wire, which is called tension band wire, through the olecranon process to fix that fracture back where it was, to allow that to heal, since we created another fracture with the saw or the osteotomy site, whichever one you want to call it. So in these post-operative x-rays we have here, you have the two plates on the distal aspect of the humerus and that long screw in the wire in the proximal aspect of the ulna to fix the osteotomy site that was created, and the lateral shows the same thing. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thanks for watching. Hi, Dr. Ted. Thanks for sticking around after the video. If you'd like to see some more content from us, please subscribe to the channel and like this video.